Welcome back. Now news from sports. It seems like the questions looming around the sports merit marks have all been answered once and for all. After numerous meetings and discussions, the Goa Board of Education and Higher Secondary Education have agreed to add the sports merit marks to the subjects equally. This comes as a huge relief to all school sports persons, as it was not clear till this point whether students would benefit from the sports policy. SCG Executive Director VM Prabhu told Prudent that this comes as a huge victory for the young sports persons across the state.
It took time, but it's sorted. Finally, it has been decided that the sports merit marks will be added to all the subjects equally.
Now the board has unanimously agreed to include them in the subjects proportionately, and whatever residual marks would be there would be added to subjects wherein still the boy or girl has scored least marks. The last time I spoke to Secretary Goa Board was yesterday afternoon. So he said the file is already submitted. Day before we had a very fruitful meeting with the Secretary Sports, Mr. VP Rao. So they are all considerate. They are seized of the problem, they appreciate the problem, and they have given their go-ahead.
So it will be with effect from this year, this academy?
Yes, these marks will be with effect from. And then the donation of absence and the marks table, which is modified, would be possibly implemented from next academic year. But till that time, whatever provisions are in force would be implemented. So children would continue to get these many marks, which were there for last year and 2 years back.
The highlights are sports merit marks to be added to all subjects equally. Balance marks will be added to subjects where the students are getting least marks. Shall a student fail in any particular subject, marks will be added to that subject, which helps the student to pass. Ex-chairman of Goa Board of Secondary and Higher Secondary Education, Mervyn D'Souza, had earlier in November said that the marks should be added to critical subjects only. However, the critical subjects were not clearly defined, and as such, and rightly so, the critical subjects have been done away with. Prabhu Desai also told Prudent that the board is having a few hitches in implementing the attendance structure for students participating at various levels of competition, namely taluka, district and state level. But Prabhu Desai is satisfied nonetheless. The sports merit marks row has been resolved finally. With video journalist Prajot Pednekar, sports reporter Nikhil Pereira with Bureau Inputs.
It was a spirited performance from defending I-League champion Salgaonkar Sports Club against fancied Uzbek side FC Neftchi. Salgaonkar coach Karim Benchirifa was more than satisfied with Wednesday's 2-2 draw. The Moroccan was happy that his players successfully beat FC Neftchi tactically. On the other side, Karim's counterpart Yuri Sariskian termed the result as an upset and blamed the tight logistics schedule for the result. Interestingly, it's the club that decides the arrival dates for away matches, and as such, Neftchi have only themselves to blame.
У нас была возможность выиграть.
We have opportunity to win today, but the result of our play today is upset for us.
Upset. Просто вчера им сказал, что мы 2 дня там не могли тренироваться, у нас снег шел, потом и сутки в дороге были, ехали.
As coach yesterday says on the meeting, we have too long way here today. And before flight to Delhi, to Goa, we stayed in Tashkent. In Tashkent, weather not good. It was snow. We can't training. That's why no training. Very hard flight. That's why today we have this result.
I think if you look at the whole game from the start to the end, I think if I take a little bit the first 10-15 minutes of the second half, I don't think we played well. Other than that, full first half was excellent, and the last 20-25 minutes of the game was excellent. So I'm very happy with the team. I'm very happy with the quality of the football that we played. I think we created chances till the end. Honestly, I don't want you to take this comment on record, but this is just between us Indians and Goans. I think this is second game that I feel we are not treated with due respect when it comes to officiating the games.
A reporter from Fatorda, Samir Bhatt. Matani Saldana's loss has shattered the state. His loss will be felt in many sectors and spheres in Goa. However, the Kottali MLA and Tourism Minister will also be missed in the sports fraternity. Executive Director of SCG, VM Prabhudeswar, recalls Matani's contribution in the field of sports and the comradeship he shared with his officers when he was the sports minister. Watch this report.
He has been the sports minister for some time, and we have had a lot of interaction on sports, primarily during his tenure as sports minister. I could know a lot of his instincts from very close, his personality traits. So one of the finest human beings, one of the most knowledgeable politicians, and he had inputs, knowledge on various subjects. We enjoyed thoroughly working under him, and he was a picture of simplicity. His biggest hallmark was his simplicity and the way he would go out of the way in guiding his subordinate staff and officers. So we would like to salute him from the Sports Authority of Goa, and in my personal capacity, if at all I could reach the Olympics 2004 in Athens, it was fundamentally because of the present Honorable CM, who was also then the Honorable CM, and Sri Matani Saldana, who was then the sports minister, and they both readily agreed to depute me as one of the Indian delegates for the 2004. One important infrastructure which Matani sir has left behind, which he did during his tenure as the MLA in the earlier stint, was the Kasauli mini stadium. And if you would see the design, the frontal portion, it is similar to mini stadiums or stadiums which you see in Europe or essentially in UK. And the way in which he has contributed to the design and estimates and the execution of that mini stadium, one had to see to believe.
With video journalist Prajot Pednekar, sports reporter Nikhil Pereira with Bureau Inputs.
Log on to www.prudentmedia.in if you have missed our bulletin. You can also follow us on Twitter by following us at Prudent Goa to get latest news as and when they happen. Meet us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/prudentmedia. With this, we come to an end of this news bulletin. Keep watching Prudent Media. Goodbye.